Hi guys, Remy here. Today I thought it would be kind of fun just to go through my full Bratz collection. This includes dolls that I currently have, dolls I had growing up but no longer have and stuff, just because I think, you know, Bratz has had such a big comeback in the past few years, and I've had like a major renaissance with Bratz at the moment. Like, I've been buying new ones, I've been buying old ones, and yeah, I just really wanted to go through it. I'm using the website Looking Bratz, which is amazing because it's like a full-on database of every single Bratz doll that's ever existed, different types of hair that the Bratz use, different screening molds, face molds, literally everything you want to know about Bratz is on this website. And it helped me not only like kind of remember which Bratz I had growing up, but also introduced me to some lines that I never knew existed and have now bought because of all the information that was displayed. So yeah, I'm gonna like categorize my Bratz into like 4 or 5 different categories. Not that you need to remember it because I'm gonna like note it on like the video, but it's just so that you get an idea. One category is OG Bratz that I had growing up. The next category is Bratz that I had growing up but were actually hand-me-downs from my cousin. Some of those dolls were actually from lines that existed before I even started getting into Bratz, so I might give you a bit of a context of, you know, this doll, I would have been a bit young when this doll had come out and blah blah blah. The next category is Bratz dolls that I wanted as a kid but never had but have now got. Basically the ones that like nostalgia just made me be like, you have to get these, you've been wanting them ever since you were a little girl, get them. The next category is Bratz dolls that I had but had to replace. I might have lost them, or they might have broken, or I don't know, for some reason I've had to replace a doll that I did have. And lastly, Bratz dolls that I have no like nostalgia connection to, but I just thought were really cool and just wanted to get them. And this can be Bratz from the old lines and the current Bratz right now. But yeah, enough like introduction, let's get to it. And I'm going to do this in like chronological order, so dolls from like the early 2000s I'm going to talk through first, and then the dolls that have come out this year will be last, just to make things like easy. So the oldest Bratz doll I have in my collection is, funnily enough, the newest Bratz doll that I have. It is this gorgeous Express It Sasha from 2002. Obviously she is not wearing the Express It outfit. It was actually funny, basically I had bought the new Clueless Dion doll and I love Dion in her first outfit so much, but I really wanted like a doll just to wear the sporty outfit because it's so cute. So I was like, okay, if I can find like a really cheap Sasha, then that means I've got a really cool like kind of sporty Sasha wearing this Clueless sports ensemble. Anyway, I go on Vinted, pay like £5, and I'm just so stunned by her beauty. Her hair is so soft. Whoever had her took really good care of her. She didn't have any clothes when she arrived, so I put her immediately in this Clueless look, and she is just gorgeous. I love the highlights in her hair. She's so pretty. I am obsessed with her, honestly. And I think she looks so cool when I put the bandana on her head as well. It's a little bit big because obviously the bandana is designed to have space for Dion's micro braids, but I just think she is gorgeous and I'm obsessed with her. Like, I think she's already become like one of my favorite Bratz, and I've only had her for like 12 hours. But yeah, Express It Sasha from 2002, and she is gorgeous. The next Bratz I have is from 2003. She's also one of my newest, and it is the Formal Funk Chloe. I got her off eBay, and she literally came with all of her extra accessories. She even came with like her poster and like some of like the leaflets for fall 2003. And with all of that, the only thing that's missing from this Formal Funk Chloe is her original black sparkly top, and I didn't know this until I had like, she didn't come in her box, but I opened the box that she was posted in, and her scarf had been fully wrapped around her, and I thought, oh, maybe they just did that for like, I don't know, to make sure that like the scarf didn't get lost in like transit or anything. But no, my girl was topless underneath her scarf, so she's just borrowing this black top for now, but I don't like it. The top's too long, so I'm currently on the hunt for either her formal funk black sparkly crop top or just a Bratz sparkly crop top of whatever size, just something that like matches the look a bit better. But yeah, it's gorgeous. I never realised that like the outfits we see in Starring and Styling were actually from a Bratz doll line. I didn't know that until this year. I had no clue that this line existed, and I absolutely loved Chloe's look. I loved this like the scarf or the shawl, and this puffy black skirt is just so pretty. And this hairdo actually reminds me of another Chloe doll that I had that I'll talk a bit later. But yeah, I just thought she was stunning. I love the prom look. It's not really something they've done since. It'd be so cool if they like did another like prom line or whatever, but I suppose now like the Bratz have like kind of aged up, so maybe that won't happen. But yeah, I just think she's really pretty, and her extra accessories are gorgeous as well. It comes with like her blue dress, scarf, her bag, her shoes. I've recently learned that formal funk is like a really popular line, so I'm glad to have her in my collection. Okay, the next doll I have is the Strut It version of Jade from 2003. This was a doll that originally belonged to my cousin, who was 3 years older than me, and yeah, it was like a hand-me-down, and for the longest time this was the oldest doll in my collection. I didn't have a whole lot of Jades growing up, so this was one of the few Jades I had. And yeah, at the moment she's currently wearing ski trousers from Yasmin from a Sports Extreme playline, like from later on, or just a sports playline from like 2006, 2007. And then this top is from the reproduction of Slumber Party. It's from Sasha's second outfit. Yeah, the only actual bit of clothing I did have from this Jade is her second outfit top. I had that for the longest time, but I literally just looked and I can't find it. To be honest, never really liked it. But I do think that the doll itself is really beautiful. I love the screening, her hair's really nice, and yeah, I really do like this Jade. Another doll I had from 2003 that originally belonged to my cousin was this Style It Dana. I still have her trousers, but I don't have her anymore. I don't know if I had the top. Like, the top is ringing a bell, but I don't like her second top, but I don't know if I had it. What I will say though is that her hair was terrible. Like, even when it was like, as a kid I was never really good at maintaining doll hair, but when she was given to me, her hair was like phew. And it turns out that this doll had, what type hair does she have? She had polypropylene hair. That was like the common version. Some versions of her did have saran hair, but obviously mine wasn't, because her hair was like absolutely fried and frizzy, and like just you couldn't salvage that hair, honestly, which is weird considering that most of the Bratz hair in the 2000s was saran. So interesting. And even some of the dolls in that line, in that same release, had saran hair. I don't know why they thought with Dana, you know what, fuck her, give her the shitty polypropylene or whatever it's called. And the last doll I have from 2003 is very, very special to me because she was my first ever Bratz doll. And here she is. Wintertime Wonderland Chloe. Oh my god, this doll has lore for me because literally, I think I was 4, it was Christmas 2003, I'd been given this amazing doll. She was my very first Bratz, and I remember I was so like I was obsessed more about the fact that she had like a little phone and a coffee or hot chocolate like as accessories than the doll. But then she had everything, so many accessories. She was so beautiful. And then literally I had her for like one day, and then my dad like did a massive Christmas cleanup and we couldn't find this doll anywhere. Do you want to know when I next found this doll? As in, like, I didn't like get a replacement or anything, I just found the doll. I found it in February 2014 in a box. I literally, my first ever Bratz doll, obsessed with. I only got to play with her for one day. She then goes missing for 10 years and I find her in a box in Australia because we had moved to Australia in the time, and then we were literally packing up everything to move back to England, and I find her in amazing condition. Like, oh my god, like I think she only had her top and trousers, and then I found the coat in another box, and then these shoes. I think these are shoes from her second outfit. I was just so glad to have her back because she's so special to me. She is my first Bratz doll, and maybe it's a blessing in disguise that I didn't find her for years, because had I actually got to play with her when I was 4, she probably would have been destroyed. But yeah, she's amazing. She's also, her hair's interesting because it's made out of like Kanekalon, which I know some Bratz dolls did have Kanekalon hair, but again, the most common type of hair was Saran, so it was just interesting that I think she's the only Bratz doll that I know of in my collection that has Kanekalon hair. But it's so cool, it's crimped, it's in like these beautiful little knots, and I'm just obsessed with her. I love her so much. And I'm never letting her out of my sight again. First doll of 2004 is the blind date / secret date Yasmin. Again, this was a hand-me-down from my cousin, but honestly she's like one of my favourite Yasmins. I love her like curly wavy hair. I think her face screening is really pretty. When she was given to me, she did not come with any of her original like clothes or accessories. But yeah, I love her a lot. As for the date, I don't know. Like, I only have one Bratz boy. He was a hand-me-down from my cousin, and I think it's Eden? I don't know how to pronounce his name. But it's this man right here. Was he the secret date? I don't know. I've tried to track this guy down and I genuinely don't know who he is.
Yes, I don't know who this man is. Sorry to this man.
I'm gonna like see if I can find out more information, but I don't think these are his original clothes. But yeah, I don't know. He's cool though. He's cool. I do really love this Yasmin. I think she's stunning. She's probably one of my favourite Yasmins I have in this collection. Next up we have the 2004 Nighty Night Chloe. Again, hand-me-down from my cousin. This is my favourite Chloe. I mean, aside from this Chloe, like in terms of like the more like this, I love this Chloe so much. I love this screening. I also just love this like wavy hair. Like compared to like the rest of my Chloes, she's very like, I don't know, chill or simple or understated. She's not in the best condition. You'll see that quite a few of these are not in the best condition, and I can only apologise for that. But I really do love her. She has her original clothes. We did have her pajama bottoms. I don't know where they went, but for a while we did have them. But yeah, she doesn't have her other outfit because again this was just a hand-me-down, but she did have this, like her dressing gown, her top and her bottoms. In the meantime, she is wearing the shorts from the 2023 reproduction of Slumber Party Sash's second outfit, but they match, so it's all cute. And yeah, I love this Chloe so much. Like, I think the makeup is so pretty and she's just gorgeous, and she looks really, really elegant and cool in this really cute pajama set. So yeah. On to 2005, which I think we can say 2005 is when Bratz either hit its peak or was beginning to hit its peak. So many iconic lines came out in 2005, and I think for me 2005 and 2006 are the most nostalgic ones for me because, you know, obviously like at this point in time the only Bratz doll that I had been given was Wintertime Wonderland Chloe, but because all the dolls from like 2003 and 2004 that my cousin had given me, she didn't give me these until like 2006, 2007. So in 2005, that was when I started getting Bratz dolls, so that is a really like nostalgic year for me. I know this line isn't very well liked, but it is nostalgic for me. Eye candy. Okay, so I had two of the eye candy Chloe. One was originally mine. I don't know where she went. This one was the hand-me-down from my cousin, and honestly this one had like, her hair was so much better. Like my cousin had like treated her hair so much better than me. My original Chloe, her hair was just, but anyway, she's missing. I don't know where she is. As for this Chloe, I don't know where her clothes went. They're just gone. But anyway, we're trying to make do. I know this line isn't very well liked, but I always liked this Chloe. I liked the yellow in her hair, and she was the first Chloe I had for a while because this Chloe was missing. So this was like my Chloe. And yeah, I liked her top. Would prefer the top in a different colour, but obviously it's supposed to be like the yellow and orange colour scheme. But anyways, I still think she's quite cool. I can't find her clothes at the moment, so she's borrowing the green skirt from the Phoebe in this line that I used to have, and she's wearing a Sweet Dreams t-shirt. And then we have the eye candy Yasmin. Yeah, her hair's a bit of a mess because I think I never really took her hair out of the like style. It's just the elastic band kind of perished, so now her hair's like stuck, but I'll wash it. I will try and treat this girl's hair. I've lost her top and like the bandana layer, but I've still got her skirt. I always thought this Yasmin was cool as a kid, because I was like, wow, like she's blonde and pink. But this Yasmin, compared to like the other Yasmins I have, I don't love, but I like that I still have these two together, if that makes sense. And I managed to find a pink top that kind of works with the ensemble for now, but again, I would like to try and find her original top. Yeah, just kind of bring this back to life a little bit. And I did used to have the Phoebe. I don't know where she is now. However, I have her skirt and I have her top, and I have one of her shoes. Where is she? I don't know. But anyway, she was the only Phoebe I had. I didn't love her, I'll be honest. I thought the hair highlights were cool, but I didn't like the fringe. That's the thing, I don't love my Bratz with a fringe. I'll tolerate Jade because I know that Jade, that's like her signature thing. But as for the other dolls, if they don't have a fringe, I'm happier about it. And that's purely prejudice because I used to have a fringe. I had a fringe from the age of like 2.5 to 13. So I'm very anti-fringe because I had to have a fringe and I couldn't not have one. So yeah, that's yeah. That's more of a me problem, but anyways, moving on. Ooh La La, this is cool. Okay, so Ooh La La, I wanted Ooh La La so badly as a little girl. I mean, anyone who's played the Bratz Rock Angels video game, like the whole bit where they have to do like, they have to buy the Ooh La La clothes, I was like, oh my god, I need these clothes now. Anyway, I got them really recently. So this is my Chloe. Yes, she is not wearing her original Ooh La La outfit. Not because I don't have the clothes, it's just genuinely, these are my favourite Ooh La La like clothes, and I wanted Chloe to wear them. It's as simple as that. This is Chloe's beret, but this is Dana's top, but this is Chloe's skirt. Yeah, I'm obsessed with her. She's gorgeous. I absolutely love this style of clothes. I love the painted on like gloves and socks. I am obsessed with her. She is stunning. Ooh La La is one of the best lines for Bratz. I am obsessed with her. I put her on my shelf. She is just absolutely gorgeous. I love it. She's got a little bit of blue going on for the Teen Vogue party. Like, she's just great. Okay, this is probably Bratz sacrilege here, but I do have the Ooh La La Dana and Kumi, but I gave their main outfits, they're like their shopping outfits, to other dolls, just because I kind of wanted like an Ooh La La collection where it's the core four wearing the outfits. I'm sorry if that's major sacrilege, but I do have Dana in her second outfit, which is stunning. I really like. I did give Kumi's second outfit, her pink dress, to somebody else. Again, sorry about that. I am gonna put her in better clothes now though, actually. I think, like, this was just a placeholder. Obviously, Kumi deserves better. I'm gonna put her in the second outfit that Jade has for Genie Magic. I think that will work. I think that will look really nice, because it's such a gorgeous doll. I love her. But yeah, I am gonna do that. Yes. This is very special for me because whilst Wintertime Wonderland Chloe was my first Bratz doll, Play Sports Yasmin, the soccer football version, was the first Bratz doll that I got to like keep and play with. So she was technically my second Bratz doll, but in a way also my first. And it's very special for me because I was given this Yasmin on my very first primary school sports day, and my house colours were dark blue. So obviously I had a dark blue top on, and I was like sports shorts, and I wake up on that day getting ready. I go into my room and there's this box of this Yasmin, and obviously out of the core four, the Bratz doll that I loved the most growing up was Yasmin, because Yasmin was the one that looked the most like me. Like, obviously Yasmin is Latina, I am not, I'm Italian, but growing up I was like, wow, that is the doll that I feel the most connected to, because that's the one that looks like me the most. So yeah, and also like we were even wearing the same clothes on that day. So this is not my original Yasmin. I think I actually in total have had 3 of these Yasmins. I don't know where the original went. All I know is for some reason someone bought me the doll again, and this is the second Yasmin I had. And take the hat off for a sec. And of course, me being me, I took her hair out, didn't I? So she's not in the best nick. I'm pretty sure, but I do have the original top from my very first Yasmin. The sleeves are a bit ripped, and it's faded in colour. Like, just look how much it's faded, but it is 20 years old. I don't know what happened to the original Yasmin, but I know that I got this Yasmin like maybe a few months later, and so she's still very important to me, and I'll never get rid of this Yasmin, because even if she isn't my original Yasmin, it was still within that same time period, and she's one of my oldest dolls, so yeah. And she's actually wearing the it's like a later sports edition that Megan wears. It's football. It's basically there's a play sports of Megan doing football in this same outfit, except it's this Italy top with a red skirt with the Italian colours on the band. And I don't know where that Megan went. I'll talk about her in more detail in a minute. But yeah, as a little girl, I always headcanoned Yasmin as Italian, so that's just kind of like, I don't know, a little thing for me. And she's wearing Chloe's Ooh La La coat, just to kind of jazz up the look a little bit. But yeah, I did recently get a Yasmin in like better condition just to kind of memorialize the look. So yeah, and she's stunning as well. She is gorgeous. Very special to me. Oh, I do want to say, but she's not here yet, I have ordered a Play Sports Sasha. However, she's not going to be in her cheerleader fit. She's actually in Yasmin's second outfit from Funk Out in 2004. But it's just, I saw her on Vinted for £5. Her hair was down. She was paired with this dress and she's looked really pretty. So yeah, I do have this doll on the way. I think she's a really, really pretty Sasha doll. So a doll that I used to have, I don't anymore, is another Play Sports 3rd edition Dana. Yeah, the only thing I have from that Dana is her shoes. They're awesome shoes. A very iconic Bratz line that came out in 2005 was obviously Pretty in Punk. Again, if you watched Rock Angels or played the game, Pretty in Punk was a pretty big deal. And I don't have her yet because I ordered her off Vinted, and I'm not sure if she's an original Chloe or if she's from the reproduction Chloe. I won't know that until I have her. But I did order a Pretty in Punk Chloe. She doesn't have her whole accessories. I think the only thing she's got are her trousers, like the really cool like Union Jack trousers. I am going to try and buy the dress, like the this dress. I do want to get that. But yeah, I bought that Chloe just because the person who was selling her just did like a really good job on her hair, and it was like the best hair that I had seen. I'm like, for this particular line, I just want the Chloe with the best hair, to be honest. So I'm very excited for her to arrive. And they paired her with a really cute grey top. So it's like a bit more of an understated punk look, but I'm gonna get the dress. So Rock Angels. So here we have my original 2005 Rock Angels Yasmin. She's not in the best, like, to be fair, her face is in immaculate condition. Her hair needs a wash and a brush. These are her original trousers. I did lose her top, her hat, her necklace, and then all her other accessories in second outfit. And I did lose her coat, but I managed to recently get the coat off Vinted. It's not in the best condition, but I suppose 20 years on, it's going to lose a bit. And honestly, like, I'll be honest, this isn't my favourite screening of Yasmin. I don't really like this screening of Yasmin. I think for me, what would make this Rock Angels Yasmin so much better is if they actually matched her appearance in the film a bit more and made her lips red. Her lips should be red. I'm gonna see if I can like find a way, like if I can paint the lips red without completely ruining this doll. And I am on the hunt to get the rest of her, like at least her hat and her white top. At the moment she is borrowing the top from Megan in the Wanted line, but I do want her OG top back. But yeah, Rock Angels is so nostalgic for me. Like, I used to watch that film all the time. The game was so hard. I could never do the mission with the pages at the end. And I just remember opening the box for Yasmin. It was just such, like, so nostalgic for me. Like, amazing. And I used to have like the Rock Angels scooter and the bicycle helmet. Like, yeah, what a time. Like, yeah. Step Out. So I used to have this Chloe from Step Out. This is still 2005. I used to play with this Chloe all the time, and her hair really reminds me of the Formal Funk hair. Actually, if anything, whilst Formal Funk did come out first, this Chloe reminds me of this Chloe because obviously I got her first. I still have her dress. She wears as a top with jeans, but I still have the dress, and I have one of her shoes. I could not tell you where any of the rest of it went, but I remember I had this Chloe for a really long time. I'll be honest, I don't love the hairdo. Just like I don't really love the hairdo on this either, as there's not much you can do with the really short bits. but I think it's hair from of the time of the early 2000s, so love the second outfit. But yeah, I just don't know where it went, but this doll's very nostalgic for me. Okay, so Bratz triplets, right? Valentina, Oriana and Sienna. This one confuses me because I had these two as twins. I remember I got it Christmas Day, 2006, Christmas Day 2006, and they were packaged as twins. And I thought they were twins for the longest time. I've lost those dolls at the moment, which is funny considering I have all of their clothes. I just don't know where the actual dolls are. But I have ordered them along with Sienna, and they'll be here in a few days. But I felt like I was going crazy because like I've only ever known them as twins. I had no idea they were released as triplets. Who the fuck is Sienna? What do you mean they were triplets? But then according to Looking Bratz, Valentina and Oriana were originally released as twins. They just then got re-released as triplets. But yeah, weird, but I do technically own these. I used to own Valentina and Oriana as OG dolls that I had as a kid, but now I have all three. I have the forgotten triplet as well, so I'm just waiting for them to arrive. But yeah, I love these dolls though. Like I think out of the two I did prefer Valentina because I think I prefer her outfit. Her outfit's very much giving ooh la la. And I also love that like her accessories came with like a huge like fashion portfolio. That was so cool. And I loved like the brown low lights in their hair. And then Oriana I just thought was really cool. She was sick, edgy. To me, like these were my Mary Kate and Ashley in New York minute, you know? But yeah, it would be cool to have Sienna as well. Yeah, here we go. I just scrolled down the page a little bit more and this is the packaging. I knew them as twins, but now I have them as triplets. Yeah, see? Twins, not triplets, twins. Wanted Megan. She was so cool. She was my favourite. She was my Lindsay Lohan. She's just iconic, really. And I still have her top, as seen here. I've just lost everything else. Kiana. I had her, and I know that like Kiana's like not a very common doll. Like I think she got reproduced, which is good. But I did have her. She was an OG Bratz doll I had as a kid, but where is she? I don't know. The only thing I still have of Kiana is her second outfit. Like here are her trousers, her blue top with the fringe and the trousers. I do have the second outfit. Where is she? I don't know, but I gotta say I love the rooted eyelashes and I loved the little like blue clips in her hair. She's very, very cool, and I never realised that they didn't make a lot of Kianas. The other doll I have from this line was the Yasmin, but she was a hand-me-down from my cousin, and all I had from her was obviously the doll and then her second outfit, but I didn't really like it. It's just not my favourite Yasmin I've had. Do you know what it is? I don't really love it when Yasmin has like really bright coloured eyes. Like I don't really love it when her eyes are like really bright blue or green. I think that's maybe why I don't love this Yasmin screening versus other Yasmin screenings. I think for me, I always loved it when Yasmin had like darker eyes or were like green or like more like hazel or preferably brown, because I'm like, Yasmin's supposed to be like me. So I didn't like it when she had like a blue-eyed moment for me. And in this line her eyes are very, very blue or very green, bright bluey green, whatever. But I did like her hair though. Her hair was gorgeous. I don't know where she went though. Now moving on to 2006. This was the other big year for me. I think 2005 and 2006, so many lines that I ended up getting. Bratz Class. Now, oh my god, Bratz Class. this is a Roman Empire for me, because I just remember I don't think I ever saw Bratz class in stores, at least where I lived. However, whenever I would get the Bratz magazine, or I'd get a Bratz doll and it came like a little booklet like this, I'd see like the prototype images of like the Bratz class and I'd be like, oh my god, they look so cool, they look so preppy. And then obviously in the Bratz movies and in the TV series, that's what they would wear when they were at school sometimes. And I just remember being so obsessed with how they did Chloe's hair, like the little braid or like little twisty moment here, and then like the proper like plaits down here, plus the plaid skirt. And I was like, I want her so badly. I was never able to get her until very recently. She was very expensive, but you know what? Look how amazing she is. Like, she is just gorgeous. I love everything about this doll. She looks so preppy, so cute. The little twisty moment has like lasted so well. This doll is in such good condition. I've literally put extra elastic bands on her so that it doesn't perish, because I would hate for her hair to like come out of its style. She is so beautiful and I'm so happy that she's now in my collection. Like, look at her! I'd love to get like Bratz class Sasha someday, or at least just the clothes from that collection. I know that those clothes were reused for Yasmin in a styling line later on, but again, even she's really hard to find. But yeah, I love when Bratz goes preppy. I also thought Kumi looked really cool. I know that Jade wears this look in the show, but yeah, that was a really cool look too. I mean, look at Yasmin, like they just look so good. Okay, Forever Diamonds. I feel like Forever Diamonds was probably the biggest release for Bratz in 2006, because it was the next film. Except for maybe Genie Magic. Would you say Genie Magic or Forever Diamonds is more iconic? I would say like I prefer Genie Magic, but I'd say Forever Diamonds is just a little bit more notoriety, but I don't know. Anyway, Forever Diamonds. So the only doll I have from Forever Diamonds is Jade. I don't have any of her original clothes though. I'm sorry. Yeah, this Jade's really special to me because I learned how to plait hair by using this Jade as like my hair model, and that's just like a really nostalgic memory for me. But yeah, she's just gorgeous. I've put her in different clothes, but she's now like rocking like a late 60s vibe, and I'm kind of obsessed. Yeah, I just remember her coming in this huge box. I think it was like this box. And yeah, I mean, what a moment for Bratz. Like, they all look so cool in like their jeans and the top with like the words embezzled. It's just embezzled? I don't think that's the right word. Bejeweled. I meant bejeweled, but you know. Right, the next line we're going to talk about is Bratz Genie Magic, another big line. Now, the only doll I had gotten from Genie Magic when it came out in 2006 was Sasha, and she was my very first Sasha. And yeah, obviously her hair used to be like styled like more like that, more up like this, but honestly I think I just prefer it down like this with like her braids like loose. I just think she's stunning. She's such a beautiful Sasha. I still have the flower in her hair, and then she has like the tattoos. I'm sorry if that's not the right word to describe the tattoos and markings on her arms, which I think have like stayed on really well. This lighting is atrocious, I'm so sorry. As for her clothes, I don't have them anymore. I think as a kid I much preferred her second outfit, but I lost the skirt early on, so and then I ended up losing everything. I do love this Sasha. I've currently got her wearing Chloe's Step Out look, and I tend to like pair her with more like my like Ooh La La styled dolls, just because I think like the colour of like the dark red like really blends in well with that. with that line. The other Genie Magic doll I have, and I got her recently, like as in like 2 days ago, and she's so precious to me because this was the Genie Magic doll that I wanted for so many years. She was my favourite like looking one in terms of like the concept art and like the actual doll, and here she is Jade. She's so stunning. I got her off eBay. I have not had time to sort out her hair, so it's a little bit messy, but I am gonna like give her like a wash. Here she is in her original outfit, which is my favourite outfit. It did come with her second outfit. She's stunning, she's gorgeous. Again, she has the markings, she's beautiful. The only thing that's missing that I really care about is her little like, I don't know how to describe it, I guess her headpiece, the bit of jewellery that goes here. I think that just makes the doll, and it didn't come with it. I'm going to see if I can try and find either something that can replicate that, or if I can find the piece like online, just because I think it just looks so pretty on the doll. So yeah, I'm going to try and get that, but she's stunning. I think she is my favourite Jade ever. She is my favourite Jade. She is beautiful. It's so funny, like talking about Genie Magic, like the main character from Genie Magic is Katia. Yeah, I don't have Katia from Genie Magic, but I do have Katia from the Play Sports 5th edition line. So her original outfit was a race car outfit, and it was so cool. She came with a helmet. I remember the trophy. I did find it was interesting that in her outfit she's wearing trousers with Chloe on it, but you know what, you do you, girl. I don't have any of her original clothes anymore. What I do find so interesting about this Katia is that I think out of all my dolls, except for this stunning Sasha from the Express It line, out of all my OG dolls, I did get this doll as a kid, she has the best hair. Like, she has so much hair. It is like, it's so thick but so smooth. Like, where's her head? Where's her roots? I don't know. I can't see because she has so much hair, and it's not even like her hair's like down to the floor like Genie Magic, or you know how like I think a lot of Bratz doll lines have really long hair. She's got kind of short hair in comparison, and yet she has so much of it. Meanwhile, Bratz dolls you get nowadays, like you just move the hair an inch and you can see through the head, but not her. Not her. At the moment she's wearing like outfits from the Princess line, but we'll talk about Princess in a minute. But yeah, she is cute. Also from this line, we have Play Sports 5th edition skiing Yasmin. Obviously she's no longer in her skiing fit, but Jade is borrowing her trousers. And at the moment actually she is wearing Kumi's bolero and shoes, and she's wearing Dana's skirt and Chloe's top. Basically this Yasmin, I didn't really love this Yasmin as a sports doll, and I remember like when I was younger I took her hair out of its original style because I wanted a Yasmin with her hair down. As I've gotten older, I feel like this screening looks so much better when Yasmin's hair is styled up. So I really did my best to kind of half replicate its original hairstyle, but also kind of give it kind of Bratz class vibes. Yeah, I think it looks cute like this. I think the screening matches with the purple in this outfit. And yeah, it's just cute. I feel like now that she's in a cuter outfit, I appreciate this doll a lot more. Princess. So here we have Princess Jade. She is in her original outfit. This is the original Jade I had as a kid. She does not look nearly as cool as she once did because I have lost pretty much all her accessories. I've lost her tiara, I lost her jewellery, I lost her really cool, like, are they boots? Yeah, boots with socks, so she looks She's lost a lot of slayage, I fear, but you know what? We'll make do. For a good portion of my childhood, I actually had her in her second outfit, which is what Catty is wearing, which is crazy because it's like, now that I look back, her first outfit is so much better. But anyways, I recently like tried my best to fix her hair. It's like half better than it was, but the fringe is still like out of place, but whatever. And yeah, even though I've lost her original shoes, I thought the Dana sports shoes matched. So the other princess doll I have is this Princess Fiona. She's like, her hair is not in good nick. I spent forever washing this hair, trying to get all the knots out, but it's just one of those times where like it just won't really stay down. And like I could put it up, but it's like, I'll be honest, I don't really love this doll. I feel like her screening is really, really pretty, but I don't like, the hair is pissing me off. There's like these short bits and it's like the hair doesn't really work, and I don't know. I'm actually selling, I have put this doll up for sale so that if anyone wants it and like wants to like properly like, I don't know, bring her back to life, they are more than welcome to. Sweet Dreams. Now this was another line like Bratz class that I would see all like the you know, concept art in like these little booklets, and I'd be like, I want them so bad, but I just never saw them in stores and I just never got them growing up. But I finally have a Sweet Dreams Chloe and a Sweet Dreams Yasmin. Like, they are both gorgeous. I got them from eBay and the condition that they came in is stunning. I literally got these the other day. The hair is so smooth, it's clearly been washed and really like been taken care of well. And it came with pretty much all their accessories and like their post, like this is what this booklet is from, the Sweet Dreams line, and it comes with a poster and everything. I was like, oh my god, these were so well preserved. It's insane. I quickly put on Jasmine's second top on this Chloe because it fits her better. Yeah, because I don't plan on taking these two out of their original outfits. I wanted them for their original outfits and for their original hair. I'm keeping them that way. Like this Chloe especially, like the way they did her hair, like I used to think, oh, holy grail Chloe's for me. And that's it for 2006. Okay, 2007, the first line we're going to talk about is Bratz Costume Party, and this is my Yasmin. Her hair is so crazy, but you know what, when I opened it, it was this crazy anyway. This is an OG Bratz doll from when I was a kid. She was dressed as a bumblebee. The costume is so cute, but of course I lost it. I love her hair. I just love like the styling at the top. Like you can't really see, but it's like twisted and like it's really pretty. Although the elastic is beginning to die, so ugh. I'll try and preserve it as best as I can. And then the other doll I have from this line, Costume Party Jade. Don't know where her outfit went, but oh well. But honestly, up until I got Genie Magic Jade, this was my favourite Jade. I just love this screening. It's so pretty. I love the blush, I love the lip colour, and I love the hair. Again, I love a Jade when she isn't rocking bangs or a fringe, and I just thought she was really gorgeous. And I've kind of styled her in like an ooh la la type look. So this is Kumi's skirt and top, and then this is Valentina from Twins Triplets coat. I feel like this was another iconic line, however I guess it was more like polarizing or like debated about. But here we have Bratz Fashion Pixies Lena. Now, here's a funny thing. I have seen Fashion Pixies, and so I know that Lena is the villain. However, it never occurred to me that this Fashion Pixies Lena was supposed to be the Lena we see in the film, because obviously originally the Fashion Pixies dolls were supposed to resemble the film look a lot more, but I think parents or like companies were worried that the outfits were like too dark for kids, so then they made them a bit more like less dark, I guess. And you know what, I actually love the outfits, and I'm not a huge fan of the Fashion Pixies film. Like I never really vibed with it. Sorry, I'm really sorry. So I think I prefer this aesthetic better, just purely as like an aesthetic visual choice. But yeah, never realised this was the villain, but there you go. Also, it's hard because she looks exactly like Brianna, so I'm just like, that's really confusing. I mean, that's confusing now. Imagine being 7. Like, I never played with this doll a whole lot, but I still think it's really cool to have just because she's so unique. Because obviously I think the idea was that this was supposed to be like a backdoor line to introduce a whole like Fashion Pixie spin-off. And I get it, they look more like pixie, kind of fairy elf-like with this exclusive like head and body, but yeah. And I've seen the new kind of Fashion Pixies line, and honestly I don't like it. I feel like it's trying to be a mix of like the aesthetic of the old film and then also like kind of just like an updated version, but I just don't like the look, and I feel like if they were going to do it, they probably should have just done the look based off the film, but that's just my opinion anyways. But I do like this doll. I think she's very pretty. It's also interesting, I think, besides the special Tweebles release, I think this is like the few times where a Bratz villain got made into a doll. I think I want to see that more. Like, we need a Birdine doll. Like, if they've done the Tweebles, they need to do Birdine. But yeah, I just thought that was interesting that a villain got a doll. Thought the Megan that I used to have was a Play Sports doll. It's not. It's actually just Bratz football. This is the Megan I used to have. I loved this doll, honestly. She was like, I played with this Megan so much. But as you can see, she's wearing the Italian t-shirt. Her skirt's red with like the Italian flag colours on like the belt band part of the skirt. And then football socks and everything. Don't know where the doll is. Don't know where the rest of the outfit is. But we do have the top still. And got my girl Yasmin wearing it. And I used to like make Megan and Dana be sisters because my Play Sports Dana had like the exact kind of screening and hairdo, so I was like, aha, they are sisters. So that's how my brain worked. I didn't have many Bratz play sets, but I did have one, and it was the Hot Summer Days pool with Fiona. This is a terrible photo, but yeah, that's her in the pool. I think this was originally part of the Sun-Kissed Summer line back in 2004, but obviously I did not have that in 2004, but I did get like the re-release from 2007. But yeah, it was really cool. It's this huge pool, but I don't think I ever filled it with water. It's really, really, really cool. Like, I think I only had 2 Fianas ever. Like, obviously the Princess Fiona and then this Fiona, and I honestly preferred this Fiona. I loved her bikini. I just loved her whole outfit. But again, I don't know where she or the pool went. All I have is her shoe. But there you go. I feel like I'm gonna get a lot of heat for this one. Another doll I had in 2007 was the Passion for Fashion 2nd edition of Chloe. I have now been made aware that this doll is highly sought after. I never really played with this doll very much. She just wasn't one of the Chloes I gravitated towards. Like, she was so pretty, and like she had really gorgeous hair, and like when I look at it now, like that's such a stunning outfit, but it just, as a kid, it was just one of those that for some reason it just didn't gravitate towards me, so I didn't really play with her. And I don't know where she went. All I have is the bottom half of her second outfit dress. I thought I had the top half because for some reason, I don't know why, I think I cut the dress into 2 so that I could use this as a skirt and I could use the top part as a top. But I'm looking around and I can't see it. Which I'm like, that's weird because I thought I had it. See, dolls shouldn't be for kids because we just don't take care of our toys. Sleepover 2nd edition. I did have this Yasmin growing up and I loved this Yasmin. I don't know what happened to this Yasmin, I really don't. It's a shame that I don't have her anymore, but she was so cute. I loved her. I loved her pyjamas, and I think out of the whole line, I think the pink outfit's the best, which obviously is the one that Yasmin has. I still have the dress top part of the outfit, which a different Yasmin is now sporting. But yeah, it's a shame that I no longer have that Yasmin, but she was really, really cool. The fashion show, Chloe. She looked very, very cool. I still have this Chloe, but I may have given her a bit of a makeover. I cut her hair, I gave her more of a bob, but you know what? I think she's kind of rocking it. And I still have her dress. Here it is, Jade's wearing it, and honestly, I had her wearing her original dress for such a long time. I've only just changed it because I just feel like I was getting a bit bored of the look, and I feel like she really rocks wearing this Oriana outfit. Kind of gives her more of an edgy vibe. Like I look at her and I just see the year 2008 or 2009. Like I even gave her a little bit of a side fringe. She's just edgy, and I feel like the makeup really matches the top. But yeah, she's a really cool doll. I played with her a lot, and it's a stunning dress. It's genuinely gorgeous. The movie dolls. I do have a movie doll. And here it is, it's Bratz the movie Chloe. Now, where's her dress? I still have her dress, but it's in here and it's going to stay in here because this dress, just the glitter gets everywhere. All of these dolls are covered in blue glitter somewhere. It's actually a nightmare. I can't handle that. The glitter is everywhere in my room. It's just annoying. One of the straps has gone, but like obviously it's still wearable, but glitter will get everywhere. And if you do look closely, like you can see like sections where the glitter's gone and all you see is like the remnants of the glue. And that's just what happens when you have a dress for 20 years. Like it's just not gonna last. So for now, just so that this Chloe actually does get some use, she is wearing Chloe's second outfit from the Ooh La La line, and I think the bolero comes from that line too. Funnily enough, these are not Bratz doll shoes. These are from the weird Gwen Stefani toy line that came out in like 2007. But yeah, rooted eyelashes, gorgeous. She looks like a starlet. And yeah, Bratz walking. I have Chloe, and she's in really good condition. Like her outfit is still like connected together by like the plastic, like it's still attached. I just don't have the dog anymore, but yeah, I did give her hair a wash, and I think that really like brought her back to life a little bit. Again, I didn't play with her very much just because, you know, she has a really hard body, because once you connect the dog into like the leash, then the dog starts walking and she starts walking, so she doesn't really have a play friendly body. But the fashion, like she just looks so fashionable and she's so pretty that I was like, she has to stay. And that's it for 2007. 2008, here we go. Costume Party 3rd edition. I had this Yasmin. She was a pirate. I remember she was gorgeous, but her hair was terrible because again, it was made out of polypropylene. So that really shitty quality, like hair quality, that just like the hair just becomes fried, knotty and ruined pretty much immediately. And she had like long wavy hair, and I was like, why would you do that? What was so interesting about this, alright, was that I think maybe 6 months, a year after I got this Yasmin, I got a Moxie Girls Sophina doll. My very first Moxie Girls doll. She was wearing the same outfit, and I was like, what the fuck is going on here? I didn't realise Moxie Girls was owned by MGA, and that they intentionally like lent the designs from Bratz onto like other lines going forward. I didn't realise that was a thing that Bratz did, like like they would share designs and then other doll lines would wear what was formerly Bratz like designs, but I didn't know that. I thought Moxie Girls had ripped off Bratz, and I was like, this girl is clearly supposed to be like a knockoff Yasmin, and she's wearing the same clothes. Like literally the only detail that Sofina didn't have was like the bandana on top. She had everything else, but I was like, the quality isn't there, the design doesn't look nearly as good as it does on the Bratz. I was like, what is going on here? But yeah, and that hair, oh my god, the Moxie Girl's hair was also shit. At least for that particular Sofina doll. But yeah, I remember I was fuming. I was like, they're trying to rip off Bratz. Bratz Magic Fashion Nails Yasmin. This is what she looks like. This is a doll I had originally as a kid that I still have today. And I have her outfit. I've only very recently taken her out of this. Not because I don't like the outfit. I thought the outfit was so cool. I used to like make her a spy or like a fashion model, like some big time celebrity. And what I loved about this doll was like the layers in her hair. It looks really messy on camera, but I did wash this hair. It's just not really responding very well, but I just love the layers. It just made her look so like sophisticated, and I just thought that was so cool. I've only very recently put her into this Ooh La La dress. It's Kumi's second outfit because I wanted her to still be in pink, but just something a bit different. Play Sports 8th edition. We have one of my favourite Chloes, and again I had her as a kid. Cheerleader Chloe. Oh my god. I loved this doll. I thought her hair was like made her look so sophisticated. It was like this gorgeous super blonde blowout. I'm obsessed with her. I used to like pair these two a lot together. They look like such a mess on camera, but I promise you they don't look as bad in person. The only problem with this doll is that the dye from the pink parts of the cheerleading uniform stains everything. Her legs, her arms are fully stained. When I washed this doll's hair, the dye from this almost 20-year-old cheerleading costume still gets everywhere, so I've learnt my lesson. Do not get these clothes wet. But aside from like the dye damage, she's gorgeous. She's one of my favourite Chloes. She's absolutely stunning. I always used to like make her like the super popular kind of bitchy girl in school in my like play scenarios, but she's so cool. I love her so much. She's very dear to me. Also had Play Sports Extreme, and I had this Chloe, which was a kickboxing Chloe. She was really cool because she was so unique because her arms were like covered in like the bandages and like were ready like in a fighting pose. I don't have her anymore, but I do have her top and bottoms. But yeah, she was cool. Her hair wasn't good though. I loved the colour, but the quality was pretty naff. The kickboxing helmet was sick. 2009. Do I have any from 2009? I do not have any dolls from 2009. Okay, 2010. Right. This is like the first time Bratz kind of like had a rebrand. Like they kind of changed. I don't know if they changed. I don't think they changed the head mold. Or maybe they did. I'm not sure. But the screenings looked really different. They like did something with the eyes and the mouth that I honestly couldn't tell you what they've done. But like you can tell something's different. I personally didn't really like this new design very much. The only doll I had from 2010 was Shira. I don't have her anymore, but I do have her outfit, and her jacket is somewhere, but honestly it's kind of degraded. It's kind of falling apart, but I do have that, her outfit. But again, I don't really love this either. 2011. This was my final Bratz doll before like the comeback in 2021. It is Express It 2nd edition Daphne. Whoever the fuck that is. I still have this like top somewhere. And I think these are her trousers and hang on. Yeah, these are her shoes. So I have her outfit. I have Daphne's outfit. I do not have Daphne. and I'm okay with that. Like, again, it's like, she's not an ugly doll by any means, it's just something's different and I don't like it. The next doll I ever got myself was the 2021 20th anniversary edition of the original Yasmin, and oh my god, I bought her in 2022. She is so beautiful. I love her hair, I love the bandana, I just love the whole look, because I feel like this look has come back into fashion so much now. And I love her bag, I just love everything about her. I know she doesn't look exactly like the original 2001 Yasmin, but I don't mind as much. This Yasmin is just really, really cool, and I love her very, very much. And I love her shoes, and I love her second outfit, but I do prefer to keep this Yasmin in her OG outfit, which is why I put the second outfit on Secret Date Yasmin. Okay, the next one hasn't arrived yet, and I don't know how it's going to be. You know what, we're just gonna deal with it. I did order the Rock Angels 20th edition, 20th anniversary of Sasha. Now, apparently, like, obviously I know that when they first, like, released Sasha, she looked terrible. Like, her eyes were just misprinted in the wrong place, and it looked horrific. But then apparently, like, they recalled it, and then, like, later editions aren't as bad. And I don't think it's definitely not the same like quality as like the OG Sasha, but it's like, I really want a Bratz Rock Angel Sasha, and unfortunately like the 2005 Sasha is either really expensive or just really incomplete, and I do kind of want a Rock Angel Sasha with just everything, because obviously I've lost so much of my Yasmin's accessories. I just want a Rock Angels doll with everything, and I'm just praying that because I've ordered it so late that this Sasha won't look so bad. So fingers crossed. Fingers crossed my girl looks okay. But yeah, she's coming. The next Bratz I'm going to show you is so exciting, because this is the first Bratz doll that I have that is a new Bratz doll that isn't like a reproduction. It's the Always Bratz version of Jade, and I love her. I fell in love with the coat and this like green jumper with like a white collar shirt underneath. I gotta say, the bottom section of the outfit, it's questionable. I feel like had this maybe been a black skirt, or maybe had these been black tights, it would look better. But you know what, like, they're trying to really experiment with like current fashion and being edgy, so that's fine. We'll make it work. The boots I wish were higher platform, but I love her hair. I love this design, like the tendrils at the front and like really long and smooth, and like this big chunky ponytail at the back. This gives Jade doing her own like Devil Wears Prada moment, honestly. Like, I just feel like Bratz magazine's still going really, really strong, but she's a businesswoman now. She's got business meetings to attend, and she's just looking so awesome. I can imagine her going and getting like really expensive coffee on her breaks, and she's just so slay. And I actually love this like new articulated body. Like, I believe like the torso is the original 2001 torso. The arms are the same as like the Bratz movie arms, but the hands are from 2013, and I just think it's a really nice update. I like that the Bratz are a bit more articulated, but they look a bit better than the hands on the Bratz movie version. But yeah, I love her. She's so cool. And I love her eyelashes. I really like it. She's really pretty. Up next is the 2024 reproduction of Bratz Slumber Party, and I got Sasha because I am obsessed with this dressing gown. I love it. She is so pretty. Again, I know she looks different from the original 2003 release, I want to say. But I actually really love like the screening and like the makeup on this Sasha. I love her hair. I love these little twisty braids. I love her little eye mask. Her flocked sheep slippers. Her bunny cuddly, like, I'm obsessed. I have her near my bed. She is just so cute. I have all her accessories safe. Like, I am obsessed with her. I love her so much, and I want to keep her as well preserved as possible. Up next, we have the Bratz Going Out Sasha. Oh my god! Look at how gorgeous she is. Look at how gorgeous she is. I'm obsessed. Okay, the denim boots, the jutes. Oh my god. The oversized racing jacket. Like, if that's with like short shorts, if that's not like current fashion, I don't know what is. But I love that I can like also like style it like this, and she's just so pretty. Her hair, I'm so obsessed. Her face, I'm so obsessed. The little like hair knot at the top, she's so gorgeous. Like, modern Bratz knows how to do Sasha so well, in my opinion. Again, the lighting doesn't do her justice, but she is gorgeous. I love her. Second to last doll I'll be showing you guys is the reason why my Bratz collecting has kind of had a renaissance, and it's because of this doll. This is the Scorching Chloe doll. I saw people just talking about this online and I was obsessed with her. Like the blunt hair at the top with like the long hair at the back. I think it's called a Hime haircut. Hime, I don't know. The silver metallic eyeshadow and like the really faint thin brows. The biker-esque outfit, like the lipstick heels, like, and she's so blonde. And initially when I opened her up I was really disappointed because her hair was gelled to the max, and like honestly it's really thin hair like compared to like, you know, Katia or whatever, but once I washed all the gel out I was like, okay, you've won me back. She is gorgeous, and she was only $14.99. I will say this coat was a pain in the arse to put back on, so I will not be changing her. But why would I want to anyway? She is gorgeous. I love her so much. I am obsessed with her. This is the most slay ever, like Chloe's looked ever in recent years. I love her so much. Now, you probably already know who this final doll is because I have already shown her second outfit already, like pretty early on in the video. But my most recent Bratz is in fact Dion from Clueless. Now, I wouldn't say I'm a big Clueless fan. If anything, I'm more of a Mean Girls fan. But the Mean Girls dolls, A, I heard were a nightmare to get. And B, I don't know, I just wasn't really like gravitated towards them. I feel like if I was going to get any of the Mean Girls dolls, it would be Karen on her own. Because Karen's my favourite from Mean Girls. But anyways, I prefer Mean Girls over Clueless. But when it comes to the dolls, I saw this Dion and I was just taken aback by how gorgeous she is. Like the quality when it comes to her clothes and all the layering, the fabric hat and the micro braids. Like, I really want to see more Bratz dolls with micro braids. I feel like that'd be really cool if we could get that. So, and I love like the eyeshadow on this Dion, so even though I had to pay £40 in shipping, I bought this Dion and I don't regret it because she is gorgeous. I'm obsessed with her. I have her on my shelf. She is stunning. It's like the one time I've ever bought an actual collector's item of Bratz, like not like a second-hand Bratz that's become a collector's item, a full-on Bratz collector doll, and she is gorgeous. Yes, that is my full Bratz collection. I haven't really mentioned anything about Bratz babies, and I'm not going to be honest. I had a few, but they were fine. And as for the Bratz boys, my only Bratz boy, I know he's an Eaton or an Aiden. I couldn't tell you. I don't think this top is his. I think it's from a different Bratz boy. But he's cool. I like him. Although as a kid I used to say that he was Dylan instead, but he is Eaton. But yeah, Thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you found this interesting, and let me know which doll was your favourite. Bye!